Hey Canucks fans, the Vancouver Canucks have been defeated by the Montreal Canadiens 5-4 in a shootout in Montreal. Pretty darn entertaining game. Didn't get the result we wanted, but hey, we got a point out of it. I'll talk about all that in this vlog. So let's go through the goals first. A lot to go through, and then I'll talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing. The Montreal Canadiens opened the scoring on a power play 6.5 minutes into the first period into the game, and it was Nick Suzuki scoring from basically the same spot he scored on Thatcher Demko last night to extend the game into extra time. Today it's on a power play and over Holtby's left shoulder. Not much you can do about it. Demko let the exact same shot in yesterday, so the Canadiens are up 6:26 into the first period. Suzuki from Drouin and Weber, and that's how the first period ends. Second period starts off very quickly for the Canucks. Jake Virtanen scores 22 seconds in. Some good work behind the net by Miller and VC. Miller dislodges the puck, centers it to Virtanen. Virtanen shoots it, doesn't get it clean, but also maybe goes off Montreal Canadiens player's stick as well. Doesn't matter. It goes past Carey Price, and 22 seconds into the second frame, the Canucks have tied up the game. Jake Virtanen from JT Miller. 8 minutes after that, it was a power play goal for the Canucks. It was some good movement. Actually, it was a lot better than yesterday, that's for sure. They get in over the zone, get a couple good chances, and then it's actually Besser who puts it in from his favorite spot. Suzuki likes that right circle. Besser likes the left circle. Puts the puck in from Horvat and Hughes. Really good shot. Besser seems to do well against Carey Price ever since his rookie season. And now 8:08 in the second period. The Canucks are up 2-1. That's Besser from Hughes and Horvat. So Montreal opens the scoring. Canucks score 2. Then Montreal scores 2. Tatar scores 14 minutes in the period. And this was the one where that line, the Tatar's line, really dominated the third line of the Canucks on this shift. It was Sutter, it was Harlock, it was Mott. They were having a lot of problems. And it came up to Tatar in the slot. And Holtby was trying to look around both Sutter and Mott, who were screening him. And that's going to be a theme as we go, you'll see. And then Tatar, he kind of gave a bit of the short side, and Tatar was able to find that spot. Tatar's a good shooter for sure. And then the score was tied. The game was tied at 2-2. That goal, Tatar from Deneau and Mete at 13:44 of the second period. And then now it's It's Montreal's turn to retake the lead with a minute and a half left. It was Joel Edmondson, a point shot, a wrist shot from the point, and again, Braden Holtby was screened. Would you like to make a save? Yeah, but you got to be able to see the puck. So that was Edmondson from Weber and Tatar. Saying Tatar's name a lot right now. And so Montreal, just like they went in their first intermission up 1, they go into the second intermission up 1 at 3-2. You know this pattern of one team scores 1, then another team scores 2, then another team scores 2. Well, guess what? The Canucks score the next 2 goals. Virtanen scored 22 seconds in the second. Bo Horvat scores 22 seconds in the third off a face-off win. And then it gets to Hoglander, who puts it up to Hughes. Then Hughes takes the point shot. And Horvat with a nice deflection while Carey Price was going up to make the save. Bo Horvat sends the puck down along the ice past Price's right leg. And then it's a tie game once again. 22 seconds in. Horvat from Hughes and Hoglander, both Horvat and Hughes, second points of the game. Then, just 33 seconds after that, at the 55-second mark, Tyler Mott from Jace Harlock and Jordy Ben. Canucks gain the zone. Harlock does a really good look into the middle as Sutter drives the net. It opens up a bit of space for Mott. Harlock, nice centering pass, and Mott puts it past Price. 55-second mark, Mott from Harlock and Ben. And things look good. I'm laughing because the Canucks, I predicted a 4-3 Canucks win. But 5 minutes later, it's Brendan Gallagher from Philip Deneau. Similar, not exactly similar, but off a face-off win. Actually, Deneau wins the face-off to Gallagher. Gallagher comes off the left wing, a right shot. And again, Braden Holtby is screened. And then Gallagher puts it in from Deneau, 5:29 in 5.5 minutes into the third. And now it's 4-4. And that's the way regulation ended. Braden Holtby made some really good saves near the end of the third period to make sure that the Canucks got at least a point. And then it was anyone's game overtime. Nothing too crazy. Nothing as exciting as maybe last night. Well, last night's was exciting because JT Miller won So then we get to the shootout itself. And I won't go through all the shootout attempts, but Corey Perry scores on his first. Nice deke. Brock Besser answers. And then Drouin, Miller, Suzuki, Horvat, Kotkaniemi, Gaudette, Byron, and VC all get stopped. Tatar scores. And then with a really nice move, actually. Holtby didn't even move. He kind of froze. And Tatar kind of went and scored. And then Hoglander gets his first shootout attempt and misses the net. And that's how we end. We end 5-4 Montreal over Vancouver. Montreal gets the 2 points plus the one yesterday. They get 3 out of the 4. But same with Vancouver. Vancouver got 2 yesterday, and we get 1 tonight, 3 out of the 4. So that unfortunately means that we don't make up any ground on Montreal in the standings. So let's get to what I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing. What I liked, I actually liked Braden Holtby's game. He made 36 saves on 40 shots, so that's exactly 90% or 900. I can't really blame him on any of the goals. I didn't like the second goal by Tatar when I first watched it, but I realized that all 4 of the Canucks goals, he was screened. I'll get to that in what I didn't like. So I didn't mind Braden Holtby's game tonight. Certainly like the fact that Horvat had 2 points. I like the fact that that Quinn Hughes had 2 points. I thought Quinn Hughes was quite noticeable tonight. And he has 25 minutes of ice time, including most of the overtime like he likes to do. And I thought that Horvat was good. I thought Hoglander was good. He was noticeable as well. I think Miller not as noticeable as yesterday, but he still had his 1 assist. Besser mostly had a good game. So overall, I thought that the Canucks played, individually they played okay for the most part. But Hughes and Horvat maybe with 2 points each. Those are the guys that stand out to me the most. So let's go with that. Let's go with Hughes, Horvat, and Hoglander, and Holtby as to what I like. Basically, any guy, if your last name started with an H, I liked your game tonight. Hamonic was fine too. 4 hits for Hamonic once again. Okay, what I didn't like, well, how about the fact, actually, I liked our power play too. The fact that we only got 1 power play attempt, but at least we cashed in on it. What I didn't like, I didn't like that Montreal got scored on their power play, so I didn't like our penalty kill. I did not like the fact that we got outshot 10-2 in the first period, and then I think it was something like 15-2 or something crazy in the third. We got outshot 40-18. So the Canucks are saying is the biggest game of the year, and they come out and get 18 shots on net. Then it actually speaks to how good of a performance that Holtby had. So I didn't like that. Yeah, and I didn't like, even though they capitalized on 1 goal, I thought that the third line of Sutter, Harlock, and Mott had a tough night. They were on the ice for 2 of the 4 Montreal goals, and then take 1 away, which is a power play. So they're on the ice for 2 of the 3 Montreal even strength goals. So to me, that's a bit of a tough night for that line, and it makes sense then that Mott's a -1, Sutter's a -1, and Harlock's a -1 because they scored 1, but they were on the ice for 2. So I thought that they had a tough night overall. I like Jake Virtanen's goal, but I wouldn't say he was the most noticeable player tonight, but he was okay. So so those are the things I didn't like. The fact that they didn't really help Holtby out, allowing 40 shots, and the fact that Holtby had to look through players the entire time on all of the goals. So I didn't like that. Didn't like our penalty kill. I didn't like the fact that we were outshot and outplayed so badly in such an important game. One other thing. Well, if you're an optimistic person, glass half full, you'd say, wow, the Canucks got 7 out of 8 points on that road trip. That's excellent. The Canucks have won 8 of their last 11, which is pretty darn good. But you can see we didn't make up any ground on Montreal in these 2 games. And so my observation isn't a new one. It's simply the fact that it's going to be tough to make up ground. But it's certainly not impossible. We've seen the Canucks play very well in the past 3 weeks. But I think today just shows that it's a tall task ahead of them still, as well as they've been playing. They said there's an important game. They only get 18 shots on net, and they didn't make up any ground on Montreal. But these teams are just as good as the Canucks, if not better. So just because we want it doesn't mean we're going to will it. And I guess that's the tricky part. So Canucks fans, let me know, what did you like? What didn't you like? Tell me one other thing.